One more thing that you can do is this. You can compare different kinds of Fiverr gigs with each other. I would even call this split testing. Now, if you don't know what split testing is, it's basically testing for two different kinds of variables. So let's, for instance, say you set up two gigs, and these gigs are very similar to each other. One gig, let's say you're offering, let's say, ghostwriting, and for the other one, you're offering content writing. So I would assume that this is quite similar. Again, probably the experts out there, they're going to say, no, this is not similar, but just for this example right now, let's say these two gigs are quite similar to each other. And then what we want to do is we just want to change one thing. So for instance, this could be the title. Like for instance, the ghostwriting gig is going to be called ghostwriting gig, and the other one we're just going to name content writing. Or for instance, we're going to do this and we're going to say, well, this is article writing or website content editing or writing or something like that. And then what we have a look at is how exactly do these two gigs perform. So is, for instance, the ghostwriting gig overperforming, or is the content writing gig overperforming? And when we do that, we'll probably see that one is performing well and the other one is perhaps not performing that well. Now, of course, it might actually be that both gigs are performing very well after, let's say, a week or two, and that both gigs are going to make you money. Now, the important part here is this, that these two gigs are very, very similar to each other in terms of the description, in terms of how we upload or what kind of content we upload to the gig, in terms of pricing. Everything must be pretty much or actually exactly the same so that we can compare these two with each other so that we know, all right, this one is more important than, or this one is more profitable than the other one. So what you want to do is you just want to basically set up two gigs. They are supposed to be very similar, just one thing should be different. This could be the title, this could be the price, this could be, for instance, the images or the videos that you use, this could be the description, this could be the name of the packages that you're offering, and then afterwards you have a look at these two and you say, well, all right, this one is more profitable than the other one, so let's go with that one and let's set up a new gig for the second one. Now, one more thing that you can do is you can basically set up like a rotating system. What I mean by that is this. So you start basically by creating 7 different kinds of gigs. And let's say you're offering proofreading, you're offering ghostwriting, you're offering ebook writing, you're offering content writing, you're offering, you know, a couple of things more, and then you have 7 different kinds of gigs, and then you just watch them. For 7 days, you just watch them. They can be completely different to each other. They can be completely different gigs. And then after these 7 days, what you want to do is you want to basically delete the least profitable gig. So you have these 7 gigs, you watch them for a week or 2 or 3 or something like that, and then you realize one gig made you, let's say, $200, one made $50, one made $80, one made, I don't know, $20, and just one gig at the end only made, let's say, $10. And then you say, well, okay, maybe let's watch this gig for another week or 2, but if it still doesn't really perform, then you want to delete that gig and you want to set up a new gig. And then you again watch your gigs for a month or 2, and then you realize, all right, there's another gig which is now underperforming because this one gig that I just set up is not performing very well. Then you want to take that gig and you want to delete that. Now, at a certain point, you probably shouldn't delete the gigs anymore, but just improve them, because at a certain point, you probably found a couple of very profitable gigs. So you have, let's say, 7 gigs that all make you money, and then you just want to do a couple of changes. So you want to change, for instance, like this one little thing about this gig and see whether it actually changes anything, whether it makes you more money or not. And you perhaps want to, you know, maybe even change the title of one gig, but not necessarily set up a completely new gig, because in every single case you're gonna lose all the reviews that customers gave you, and this of course doesn't really make a lot of sense to do, except of course the reviews are very, very bad. Then of course you want to delete your gig. So after a while you just want to change smaller things, because then you will find out how to improve these smaller gigs that you're offering, and at the end of the day you hopefully will have made some money directly on Fiverr, or more money on Fiverr, through this method. So first start split testing, and if you found a couple of very profitable gigs, just improve them over time, and always be analytical, always measure your success or the success of your gigs. Alright, that was it now here for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope we can see each other in the next one.